You guys hear me?
Yeah, with this.
Very nice. Kyle, I added you as a mod. Can you hear me? All right. How is the sound?
So I know my voice is below.
Okay, let me try putting in my headphones. It might be louder. Can you hear me now? All right, cool. Willow, you want to come say hi to everyone?
Hold on, Mom.
You can go stand up on the tank if you want.
I'm going to sit on my stool.
What, baby? Yeah, you can sit on your stool. Go ahead.
Why, he won't see me. Why are you doing your phone backwards? It's fun.
So that's you. And you got to look into this camera though. This is the computer. It's confusing. See, camera's up there. No, leave it there. Can you guys, Willow, talk?
Hello.
Can you hear her when she talks?
Hold on.
No.
There you go.
They can hear you when you talk.
Hi. Hello. What should I do?
Huh?
Should I tell them all the names?
You can keep talking if you want.
What are all the fish's names? Should I tell me what this name is?
It's the Molly.
This one.
That's one of the rainbow fish. Yeah.
So,
Can you keep? Hey, can you talk to them while I go get the siphon?
I know you have mollies. And that's like, right
We got snails in there. Oh, yeah.
with the water tank, the with our tank.
Hey, what's up, MNC?
Real quick. So I'm gonna do that real quick.
Could you guys hear her when I went to go and get the siphon? So can one of you guys tell me if you were able to hear everything Willow was saying while I was out getting the siphon?
So, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I think they can hear you, yeah.
Well, my name is Willow, and today I'm with my friend. And I'll help and we have commercial sales, and
There's Corey's in there. Yeah, there's some big old Amano shrimp in there. We got Tetras and Rasboras.
yeah, we have I probably watching my dad's tape. He's doing a lot. You just want the computer in front of you?
I guess, yeah.
I know you came to my cat store to hang out with me.
Hmm.
I know you invited me over to your cat to pop. And
So what's going on, guys?
let's take her back.
Jeff's gonna be lurking. Cool. Kyle, you still there? Oh my God. So when you start the live streams, does it give you the option to choose vertical or horizontal? Because I didn't even see the option, or is it just how your phone is oriented, like when you start? Does that decide what kind of stream it's going to be? See, I'm just slowly draining this tank. I usually, depending on if I'm cleaning the hang on back or not, I'll usually just run it down to where it like starts to want to cut off the flow. But if I'm doing a big one, I'll just kind of take that off, clean the hang on back, and drain it about 50%. But So Jeff, if you're still there, when you start the live stream, how do you choose vertical or horizontal? Is it just what orientation your phone is in when you start? It's in settings. Okay, so what is it in now? Is it horizontal or vertical? What do you mean it's not currently an option for you? Yeah, I get once you're live you're stuck, but so you can go into the settings and change it before you start to decide what vertical or horizontal. Let's see. Okay, I'll check that out, Kyle. And then Jeff, you don't have the option, so maybe I don't have the option either. I don't know. I didn't see an option. I You would think that it would ask you before you started which one you wanted to do. Yeah, and then in case any of you are curious what I'm running for filtration on this tank, so this tank is like very heavily stocked. I think last time I counted, I had over 55 fish, just fish in here. Um, some of them being pretty big, like those rainbows. Those rainbows over there, they're pretty big. But I got I got a medium co-op sponge behind that piece of driftwood there, and I've got the hang on back, which is up there in the right hand corner. But that's pretty much just for water polishing. Um, and then I got two canisters that are down below under this that I've had for a long time. Ehan canisters that run on either side of this tank. Hey, what's up, Jake or Katie? Whichever one of you two are on there. Maybe you're both there. If you guys are curious what that terracotta stick in the front there is, that is what I use to weight down the zucchini for the plecos. I got a pair of common Bristlenose plecos in here. Uh, that love to eat the zucchinis. Yes, I do like your hair. Yeah, I've been recently pulling out some molly fry from the black mollies in here. Still got a couple of females that look pretty boxy, so I'm expecting some more sometime soon. What are you doing in the fish room, Jake? Yeah, now I'm in the kitchen trying to get the water right to fill back up. I try and match the temperature best I can in this tank. What are you what are you putting in that fry food? Hey, what's up, Zen? I'm trying to figure out how to work this live stream thing. I'm filling the tank back up now. Trying to find a scoop, which I don't know where it went. Here we go.
I let you off the bench. Not revenge. That's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to save it. But now I have. Nobody knows the faces I make. They're no secret, that's for sure. Where are you getting going?
Movies.
What movie?
Speak no evil.
I heard that one was. I heard
That sounds good, Jake.
crazy.
Split.
So we're almost full. I'm gonna go do the shrimp tanks after this. Hey Willow, do you want to help me out? You want to go turn off the sink when I tell you to?
Okay.
Or just flip down the, remember, flip down that little green part?
Okay.
Okay. And go ahead. Flip it down? No, flip down the green part. Turn the water back on. Thank you. Keep it no, keep it going, baby. I'll tell you when I want it off, okay? We gotta suck all the water out of here. All right, go ahead. Thank you very much. That's all. That's all I need. Willow. Thank you. Hey, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, the mail I got, it's pretty big. I don't know where he went.
I don't need my tool for 1 second.
Here, I can feed him for you guys if you want. Let's see here. All right, let's see if they want to eat.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, let me take you out of here. So that guy right there is the big male. He went away. There he is. Big boy. Oop, that's one of the coolies. Oop, there's another one.
Mama, is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna set up in the bedroom, and I'll show you guys how I do the shrimp tanks. Because that big tank is the only one I use the Python on, just because I don't. My other tanks are too small to even try that, nor is it necessary. All right. So it's weird that I don't know, the picture looks different on my phone than it does on the laptop, like as far as what it's showing. Takes some getting used to. Yeah, the Kui loaches are fun, Jeff. All right, so these are the two little 5-gallon shrimp tanks that I got in the bedroom. And these guys I do with the old bucket. So I got a couple of buckets that I try and have fresh water always in, gassed off. That way I don't have to use the chlorinator if I don't have to. And in my tap water, I've tested it quite a few times, and I never get positive chlorine reading from it. So I honestly probably don't need to dose the chlorinator, but I do anyways if it's coming right out of the tap. All right, so here's my little siphon I've had forever. And then the lids for these 5-gallon tanks are actually pretty cool. I got these on eBay. I forget who the seller was, but they were like 15 bucks a piece, which is kind of pricey, but I mean they're perfectly cut to this 5-gallon. You can't really see it because it's clear, but then it's got a center hole cut out right here, which I run my airline, and then my heater runs out of this hole right here, which I'm not using right now. But in the wintertime, it gets cold in here, so I have to run heaters on these two tanks. But I thought those were kind of neat. Yeah, Plex. No, it's not Plexi. I, yeah, it could be Plexi. I forget. It's either yeah, Lexon. I don't know. I forget what it was. I can look it up at some point if you're really curious, Jeff. I'd have to go back through my purchase history. Push these lights back. I got a bucket down here on the ground, and I usually drain these shrimp tanks down pretty good. The Neos don't really seem to make a big fuss about it. And I've been doing it this way since I've gotten them, and have never had any issues with them. So I usually drain quite a bit of water out of these. Try and go down to the like where the red is on the thermometer there. So right now, no heater. These are at like 75. Because in the summertime it gets hot in this room, and in the wintertime it stays cold in this room. It's just kind of like it's always the opposite of what you want it to be. So yeah, as soon as I hit that red in the thermometer, I usually kind of stop. Let that slowly kick out of there. I got the little uh, filter bag over the siphon just because I don't want to suck up any of the shrimp. He's crying. I hear the little one crying. Just check that out here in a second. So that about fills up a 5-gallon bucket for me. Let me go see what the little one's crying about. What happened?
Yeah, she was trying to grab grapes and she had the hole.
Oh,
We're gonna go get it to the squirrel, so stop.
okay. So yeah, the little one spilled her popcorn. Yeah, these haven't bowed at all. Like these are solid, man. I mean, these are really nice. I like them. But it's not a very big span. I mean, you're talking about a 5-gallon. I mean, it's not doesn't really have much chance to bow, I guess. Then we got this little pump here. Use that to pump water from the good bucket and a clean water bucket into the fish tanks. And I'm missing the tube, so I gotta go find that wherever that is.
Okay.
I don't know why that tube would be off. Very odd. Yeah, man. There it is. Let's- hmm, that is weird. Oh, here it is. So it must have just fell on the ground. Hmm. Crisis averted. All right. So clean bucket. This has got two. So each one of these has just a aquarium co-op. It's got the small size. The small size is actually shorter than the nano, so it fits in these 5 gallons. I did have to cut all three tubes. Like I think the increments were one of them was an inch off, one of them was 3/4 off, and one of them was a half inch off. And slammed them all together, and it just barely fits. And then another cool thing is I've got uh, sponge, co-op sponge in the pond, and then there's one in my fry tank. Well, the one in the fry tank in the pond, the air collars seem to have clogged up, and cleaning them, I did the I did the syringe with the airline tubing, and I mean it cleaned it in one blow of that syringe with the water, and yeah, they're running like brand new now, so that was kind of cool. I was dreading cleaning those air collars, but it's really not that bad. Yeah, most of my tanks don't have lids either, Jake, but um, being that these, I guess, are in this room that constantly fluctuates, these are the only tanks that I have lids for. Just being in this room that constantly fluctuates temperature like that, for whatever reason, this roof's got it's a flat roof above this. This was like an addition on the house. So it just seems to not do well with temperatures. Like I said before, it's always the opposite of what you want it to be. It's cold in the winter and it's hot in the summer. So I try and do that to help regulate, I guess, the temperature a little bit better. So yeah, this little pump's pretty handy. It pumps it out pretty quick. If you guys want to see what's going on in these tanks, um, after I'm done filling these, I can show you. I know that stream that me and Kyle did when I was showing my tanks, for whatever reason, it seemed like my connection was not great, and it was very glitchy when I was trying to show my tanks and kind of pixelated. I'm filling up the other one now. So filling these tanks, I've got this pump on the lowest setting it'll go as far as pushing the water, and it's still like pretty fast. So like for a 5 gallon, it's it pushes it pretty quick. And I got the pool filter sand substrate in these, so if I don't deflect it on something, uh, everything just kind of goes everywhere. So somehow uh, duckweed got in this tank. But anyways, so I point the stream at the top of the filters and just kind of use that as like a deflector to not stir that sand up. I gotta get that duckweed out of here. That pisses me off. A matter of time, I guess. That's like I love duckweed, but the tanks that I don't want it in, I definitely when I see it, I yank it because I don't even want that shit to start. Now my big tank and my fry tank, I don't care. You know, I like it, but these little tanks, not so much. I'll be cleaning them constantly if they got duckweed starting up in them. Hey, Joy, fish keeping, what's going on? All right, let me go. Let's see here. Where's this net? Let me get this duckweed out of here right now. These little 3D nets are awesome. I like how the net stays stiff. For catching shrimp, it's great. But pretty much for anything else, it works pretty good too. So like for scooping out duckweed, it's awesome. And this tank seems to still, the other one seems to be duckweed free still. So that's great. Here I can drop a little bit of food in here too, see if we can't draw them out a little bit. See like that. Oh, I haven't fed these guys in a while, so they're probably hungry. Recently, I don't know if you guys saw my short or not, but I bagged a lot of these shrimp, or took a lot of these shrimp out of here and bagged them up and took them to Tristan's. We still got some in here. Let me take this off of here. Oh, all right. Here's the little blue guys. These are the blue velvets. These are all juveniles. I got some bigger ones in there somewhere. And you got the little chili rasboras spinning around, swimming around. These guys are great. They're beautiful. The blue and the red in here is really cool. Yeah, I forget how many I got in here. I think I got like 12 in here swimming around all over. Yeah, so here the shrimp are coming to the yard. And the big ones, yeah. And here's the reds. So these reds are really pretty. Um, when they're younger, they start off, kind of light like this, and then as they get older, see like this guy, they get real dark red. This one's got a gold back, but they get real like dark beet red. Really cool. But yeah, it's like the older they get and the more they shed, it's like the darker they get. It's kind of neat. There's a blue star endlers in here with what was that, oh, I forget. Yellow tiger endler. Yeah, more adults are at. Yeah, those guys get dark. Back to the blues. So the blues, they must have just recently had. I'm seeing like see that little guy in the hole, that little guy right there down in front. Yeah, there's a bunch of. Ooh, there's another little guy. There's a bunch of little guys in here. And the Siswasser tang, yeah, they're just all over the Siswasser tang. But the Siswasser tang for shrimp is awesome. I love it. Big old ram's horn. See, I got ram's horn in these tanks too, just because I like them. So yeah, there's a lot of shrimp. Ooh, there's one of the adults there. She just had a bunch of eggs. Yeah, if you can see her eggs down there. Yeah, the Siswasser tang is bushy. It's really cool, man. It's probably one of my favorite plants. It's so easy. And this one over here is even bigger. This one just, it takes up, they each take up a good portion of the tank. And like I said, them shrimp, I mean, if I've never actually like reached in there and like pulled it out, but I mean, you can just see like all the, I mean, there's probably so many shrimp just hanging out in that stuff. I mean, look at those little guys going everywhere. I mean, there's probably so many in there that you can't see. But yeah, there's one of the adults there. So she's buried for sure. She's probably about ready to kick those things off of her. Back to the reds. Okay, so yeah, there. See that shrimp right there? Like that is full adult Bloody Mary. That one there is getting there. But the older they get, like I said, look at that thing. I mean, he is like dark, dark. I mean, compared to the, like I said, when they're younger, they just don't have that opacity until they get older. When they get older, I mean, they get dark. And these are the ones this is the tank I gave you those shrimp out of, Kyle. So these Bloody Marys here. So it's kind of cool to watch their progression from when they change, from that light red to like these two are here, just the dark. Looking through my camera, I thought that ram's horn had a hole in its shell, but that is a water droplet on the tank. That freaked me out for a second. Hey, thanks, Jake. I love these shrimp, man. I'm really, I mean, the shrimp are fun. Shrimp are really fun. I mean, look at that. Like they just keep coming out of nowhere. The chilies are hungry. They haven't eaten all day. So they're probably down there like, hey, what are you guys eating? Oh, so, oh, so. So yeah. So these. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I can probably harvest out of here. Um, I don't know, maybe depending on how many I take every time, like two 2 times a month, maybe once a month. Uh, Probably like at least 50 or 60 shrimp. Um, bring them to the store. It's good money in shrimp. They breathe like crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna. If you guys want to? I'll go to my. If you guys want to do the pond, we can do the pond next. And then after that, I'll probably get off of here. Oh, here's one of my. So this tank here. This one's cool. It's got the Siswaspatine in it too. I freaking love Siswaspatine. But there's a Scarlet Baddis in here somewhere. There's a bunch of like, oh, there he is. I was like, I got a goby in here somewhere too. Oh, there he is. You can see his eyeball right there. Hey. Yeah, he's pretty cool. The Endler, I believe, was a tiger Endler. So yeah, T-gray tiger. This guy's pretty cool. He's probably waiting for food. He's a hog. Yeah, there's that Scarlet Bass. He's a fun fish. Fun fish. It's a variegated Anubias. I like that thing. It's really cool. There's a shrimp. They got shrimp in all my tanks. There's good things to have in there, I think. Oh, that is a gnat. Got him. All right, so the pond. Here is the pond. All right, so here, I guess before I put this on here, I can show you. So there's like a million guppies in here, right? There's a bunch. Just a bunch. They're freaking everywhere. Big old pogo, bunch of pearlweed. That's the bobitis water fern, African water fern. So it's finally starting to shoot up some new leaves. There's another one. I got one right here, uh, coming out of the water like it should be. These are the only two I got hanging on. Yeah, these guppies. This batch is another pretty one. Um, Once they get a little bit bigger, I'm taking all these to the store, and I'm gonna be done with guppies. Too many guppies. This freaking water lettuce is just huge. I almost need to pull that one out and just reset it. Like, I mean, because you know, one leaf of that is like the whole thing of that. It's crazy. All right, so let's water change this one too. I gotta go back to the bedroom and get my buckets. Oh. So yeah, we'll probably do 5 gallons on the pond. And for this pump, I just kind of drop in here. I just use this to drain the water and fill the water on this pond because it's easier. So yeah, this pond used to be full of duckweed too, a little piece. Um, and I've been slowly, well, not slowly. One night I just decided I didn't want duckweed in here anymore because it just grew way too fast for me to handle, and took it all out of there, and it's been pretty good. Like there's a stray piece right here, so once in a while you get like a stray piece. But as long as I take them out, it hasn't come back. While that's draining, I suppose I could take this off. We can go check out these guys. These are the trout gadeids, and then I got some rainbow shiners in there. These guys are pretty cool. Oh, fish easy popped up. Okay. Well, I'll still finish this. You guys can go if you want, but I'm gonna finish this water change regardless, and then I'll sign off here. So, but yeah, these guys are really cool. Um, some small ones and some big ones. These are from Ed at Ed's Aquatic Exotics. Me and him kind of worked out a deal, and we're able to make it happen. And I really like them. And these rainbow shiners, I can't wait for them to color up. They're as bad as Molly's. Yeah, I don't know how big were they when they started reproducing for you then? Because some of these guys are, got some decent size to them, and I've seen them kind of. I don't know what they do if they're like guppies and they kind of dance for each other. Because I've seen them kind of doing that. We're about halfway there. I'll put this back up here. Ran back to the bedroom quick to pop those lids back on the shrimp tanks. Um, so doing it with this pump draining the water like that, you think I've learned twice now that I've left and forgot and came back to a bucket that's just been overflowing and no water in the pond besides like maybe 2 inches. So luckily I haven't. done any damage to the inhabitants with that, but yeah, I try and make it a point to not forget. Females do this weird dance and do that looks like something is wrong with them. Okay, yeah, they were definitely kind of dancing with each other. I figured that was the male doing the dancing, but oh, so there's our water bucket there. Yeah, a lot of plant life in this pond. A lot of plants. All right, so pull this out. I always try and so I got this uh, floss over the intake because I don't want anything getting sucked up in there. But I've had stuff get stuck top and bottom of it. So now start pumping new stuff. It's almost like she's swooping drum. Huh, that's weird. Yeah, I'll have to pay more close attention to that then. Because to me, that just seems weird that the female would be dancing for the male. But
Yeah, pick up that extra shifted wing.
now there are some pygmy cories hiding in this pond somewhere. And there's actually a pair of green dragon bristlenose in this pond as well. They should be about big enough to where they start breeding also, which is why I want to get all these guppies out of here. And there's all kinds of this is basically where all my coal shrimp go. So if I'm culling shrimp, they just go in the pond and they kind of run wild in there. But I'm hoping to get some green dragon bristlenose babies here soon. I haven't noticed any on the walls or anything, but yeah, I'm looking forward to those rainbow shiners coloring up, man. Those I see a lot of people got them, and just the colors on them are so cool. And eventually, I think I want to move them into the pond over the guppies, and leave the trout goodeids where they are, but have the shiners in the pond. I think they'd be a cool top-down fish. There's so many plants in there too. I don't think that they would be able to find their eggs and eat them because that's what I've been told about the rainbow shiners, anyways, is that they'll go back and kind of eat their eggs. But there's so many plants in there that maybe, you know, I can get them kind of colony breeding in there. is my thought. Yeah, that's not what mine were doing, Zen. Mine was like it was almost like, kind of how the guppies do, like the male swim. If it was a male, haven't even, I don't really know how to sex these guys yet. I haven't really looked into it, but the one fish swam up to the other fish and just started dancing like the male guppy does to the female. I've seen them do that a few times now. And yeah, this is a co-op light that I run at 100% always. It's the only thing I can do to keep light getting down to the bottom. So I think that's why the water lettuce does so good in here. It's just getting blasted with light all day long. Hey, what's up, Vibes? Thanks for coming in, man. Yeah, I've never live streamed before, so this is all new to me. So just kind of, I don't know, I guess getting a feel for it. I didn't even really know how to start a live until before I started this one. That was pretty easy enough, anyways, for me. I'm not too great when it comes to little technology. Once water gets to the end of this bucket, I gotta kind of tilt it. Otherwise, that pump runs dry. I like using the buckets because it's exact. The water that came out is the same amount of water that comes in. I got a thermometer in here somewhere. I don't even know what temperature this pond is at right now. That thermometer is probably buried in some plants. Unplug that. Dump the rest of it in there. That's it for that one. Let me see if I can. Yeah, here's that thermometer. So in the pond is it's like 73 degrees right now. So no heater in there as well. I don't have any of my heaters plugged in right now, so they're all still in the tanks, but they are unplugged. And then once it starts getting cold here, the pond will definitely need a heater. In this front room, it gets pretty cold. It's all windows. Thanks, guys. But yeah, if you guys want, before I hop off, I'm not gonna change the water on the fry tank right now. But we can go over there and take a look at it. Actually, here's one of the here's the pea puffer tank. So it's got just a couple of guppies in there, just to kind of. The pea puffer's really shy, so I was hoping that it would kind of help bring it out a little bit. But yeah, unless it's feeding time, that puffer stays pretty hidden. Here's here's Willow's betta, rainbow, a really pretty betta. He is not shy at all. Really pretty fish. Hey, Whip's in here. What's up? Yeah. All right, so let's go look at the fry tank here. So this is kind of a jungle tank. This just runs wild. This is where I got all my green jades are in here. And they're just, I mean, they're everywhere. There's one of my, so I got my breeding group of L519s in here. Some of their fry are growing out. The male dug this out last night, so I know when he's getting ready to spawn, he'll push all this sand, kind of piles it in the front of the glass, and then he's in there. I haven't shined a light in there just because last time I did, I don't know if it was the light that freaked him out, but he pushed the eggs out, and I had to tumble them, and that's what all these guys are, just eggs that I tumbled and had in a breeder box for a while. I think there's like 10 of them in here floating around. Obviously some mollies. I got some mollies growing up in here, and then I got a school of pygmy cories in here that I hope to get breeding as well. There's one of the pygmies there. That's definitely a female. She's a bigger one. But yeah, I mean the green shrimp seem to do really well in here. They're cool. There's a smaller pygmy there. Yeah, this Java moss is going nuts in here. I mean it, you know. Inside of it. It just goes nuts. They were just little small. You can't even see that cave right there. It's just covered in Java moss. So I got two caves in here. I got two females and one male. I'm hoping one of these other ones grows out and is a male. That way I can have maybe two caves going at once. But yeah, I got some little mollies in here that I've been pulling out of the big tank. They hide pretty well in here. There's a little pleco hanging out of that cholo wood. Man, I love pygmy cories. They're so much fun. I was hoping to find one of the baby mollies. I'll show you how small they are, but oh, there's one right there. So yeah, they just kind of cruise the bottom and pick at stuff. Yeah, there's an older molly. You can see how much bigger they are. And they're about ready to come out of here. When they get about that size, I try and pull them out of here. Yeah, shrimp all over. Little babies. They like hanging out in these roots. So yeah, I guess with that, I'm gonna sign off, guys. I appreciate you stopping in and dealing with my Virgin live stream here. So I appreciate every one of you. Thanks and goodbye.